Hey, what's up? Back with another video, y'all. Let a few people jump on and we gonna get into some things, okay? Just got off the phone with the client today and quickly created a piece of artwork, and so we're gonna go through AI color separations and things like that on this video. I am working with AI more and more nowadays, y'all. More and more nowadays. So, I mean, 1 second. Just got through eating lunch, and so let's see here. Gonna go to the side by side camera. Go ahead and jump over here and get all of this stuff set up. If you are new to my videos, then welcome. I'm Latana, the Lady Print Boss, and today we are going to be working in a program called CorelDRAW. It is a professional program for screen printers, for artists. It's used a lot for people who do CAD cut. It's used a lot in the textiles industry and in the sign industry, and it is my preferred choice for creating my artwork. So we're going to be working over there today. Trying to get a camera set up over here so that I will also be able to have you guys over to my left as we go in. So I was actually on a call a second ago, and I was working. Normally when I set up a call, I go through the whole thing with you guys on how I do when I do consultations, or what we call brand consults. So I had a brand consultation with a client, and the theme is housekeeping week. I'm taking you guys on my journey to show you guys how easy it is to get these things done. Nowadays, I don't have to think much because we have things like AI to do the thinking for me. Of course, you still have to do some thinking. It's not going to do everything for you. So here I go. I had a idea. I go into ChatGPT. I've been working with clients all day. So as I'm working with clients, I'm putting in these ideas of what I want to do for a client, right? So housekeeping week is coming up soon, and all I said to ChatGPT is, okay, I have another client who needs custom merch for a hotel, and they are celebrating housekeeping week soon, and I need to come up with some ideas. Very, very vague, right? Very vague. And the reason I can be so vague is because ChatGPT now has been working with me as my virtual assistant for some time now, and it's getting to know Latana, and it's getting to know my style and what it is that I want. So as it learns you, things get a little bit easier. So it gives me some ideas. So here it goes. Here we go. So it says, hey, here's some ideas and some phrases to celebrate housekeeping week at the hotel, right? I'm gonna give you guys a chance to get on here before I just start going all the way in. I tell y'all what, let me grab some thing to drink before I jump on, before we get too far ahead in here. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna dip out the room and dip back in. Grab me a cold one before we get too far. Okay, guys. Get all back up in here. Okay. Was eating some plantain, and let's see here. Okay. Let's see if I can get this over here. Just kind of size this down before we go in, trying to give a couple of people a chance to jump on. It has been the last week, y'all. I have been taking a lot of brand consultations, really focusing in on my business and trying to make sure that I have all my ducks in the row, because summer is almost over, right? And so there's only so much that, as a person who's in business, as I come on here, you guys are not going to really see a lot of printing anymore. You're going to see me print probably tomorrow. I think tomorrow I'm going to get back on the press tomorrow. I may show Ken them doing a little work tomorrow or something. But I think I'm going to get on the press myself. So what you guys are going to be seeing on the channel is going to be just a lot of business stuff, right? And I'm going to tell y'all, there's gems in these types of videos because it helps you with your workflow, and it gives you some ideas to get other things turning, right? Versus just going and spending money on this process and that process. It really, these types of videos are meant to teach you how to run a business, okay? Texting a client, y'all. So these types of videos are meant to help you with running your actual business, right? So, like y'all know, I work from home pretty much, those of you guys that follow me. We got a bunch of stuff going on. I'm changing stuff around here again. Y'all will see it in a couple of days. So I just got off the phone with a client. We were actually supposed to do a Google Meet, and he could not get on. So I said, okay, no problem. But I'm always prepared when I do these types of meetings. And I love doing these types of meetings because it allows me to show the customers the visual and to take my time with clients and deal with that particular client's needs, versus because I've got them scheduled at a certain time, and I'm able to do my homework before I actually speak to these people. So I love that. Having a little voice issues today, y'all, so bear with me. Having a little issues today, so bear with me. So let's go back over to the side-by-side camera, and let's talk about the way that we come up with the idea when we're coming up with something from scratch. Sometimes you're going to have clients who are going to call you, and they're going to expect for you to be the creative, right? I call myself the not so crafty boss, right? Everybody knows that I don't think that for me, and maybe this is just a thing because maybe I am, maybe I'm not, but I have a brother, my oldest brother. He is very creative. I have a best friend that is very creative, very flamboyant, you can tell him something and he can just pop out ideas. I'm great at popping out ideas when it comes to business, but less so great at popping out ideas when it comes to what should I design, what should it look like, taking those ideas and putting those ideas together. And maybe it's because I'm getting older, because I don't remember it being like that when I was younger. It seemed to be that things kind of flowed a little bit easier for me. I've always been a person who could remake something that I see. And I knew at the age of 15 that my God-given gift, one of them, because I got a many, I was in a many blessed lines. But one of my God-given gifts is the ability to actually duplicate things, right? And so I can look at something and I can remake it. But when it comes to just coming up off of the rip with things, I'll start to come up with stuff. And now with the help of ChatGPT, 1 or 2 ideas can turn into 20 ideas or 50 ideas at the click of a button. And within 10-30 seconds, you've got a lot of stuff going on and it's giving you a lot of ideas. And so that is why I love using ChatGPT, y'all. And I think that it would be great for a lot of you guys to get into it. I pay $20 a month. People have constantly said to me, why do you pay $20 a month for ChatGPT? In the free version, you are not getting your money's worth. Well, you're getting your money's worth because you're getting free. But in the free version, you're not getting the full force of ChatGPT. You're not able to download the files, and you can right click and save and all of that. But excuse me, y'all. As far as downloading your files, let's say that you wanted to download a file, you create something and you want to, let's say that I've got all of these great ideas, right? I don't want to have to copy and paste that into into Microsoft Word or anything like that. In the Pro version, that it will do it for you. In the Pro version of AI of ChatGPT, it will also learn who you are. It's kind of scary, but it's the way that the world is. It will learn your style. And when I say your style, I mean everything from my style of speaking, the way that I teach. So if I create an email, the email actually sounds like it comes from me. It's going to have a mix of Texas slang and urban slang in there because y'all know I speak all of it. Okay. So I love it for that. But when I'm working and I'm doing these administrative tasks and I'm trying to be creative, I love it even more for that because today, so I literally, it cuts down the time frame that you have to work and try to figure out things to do a presentation to clients. These are the things that you guys don't see that are on the back end that most people who have gotten into business and jumped on YouTube to start a business don't have a clue about. So I'm trying to bring this out to the forefront to show you guys that, hey, these are the things that you should be doing to bring in more clients. If you're working at home, you should definitely be having Google Meets and Zoom calls. Definitely be having that, right? You should have your space set up so that you could do these types of things. And if you are not set up to do it or you don't have that client base to do it, you start moving toward that. So I'm going to show you how what all goes behind it in this video. So let's jump back over here to the side-by-side camera and kind of go in here. Okay, so there's the chat. Let's see, I'm putting up the chat just so that if you guys come in, I can say hi. Say hi. Sometimes y'all watching and y'all just watching. Say hi. Hey, how you doing, dog? Kiss my foot. Okay, So over here, what we do is we come up with, as your AI learns you, right? As it learns you, it will learn the types of things that you like and the types of things that you do. So you no longer have to do all of those prompts. You see these YouTubers telling you, you got to write this big long prompt for this, and you got to tell it to do this, and you got to tell it to do that. No, we speak to our AI assistant just as we would speak to anyone else. And honestly, y'all know me and these fat fingers. I didn't take typing, so I misspell stuff all the time. And guess what? Look at the screen, because I don't have to spell everything correctly, but AI knows what I'm speaking about because it's gotten to know me, right? And so it will come back and give me the answers that I'm looking for. And then sometimes I have to tweak it. It's not a one and done thing. So I tell people it's not something, and this is something that people pay me to do, right? Is to come up with idea concepts and themes and artwork and things like that. So it's not that anybody can just go and do it, but I'm giving you guys the keys to exactly how I do it and letting you guys up in this amazing brain of mine today. So told it that I have a client that's, needs some merch for the hotel for housekeeping week. And ChatGPT came back and said, okay, here are some merch ideas, Latana, because why did it tell me merch ideas? Because it has learned that I like to know I like different types of merch ideas. So it will learn that, and then it will start to say, okay, every time it comes and gives me an answer, it will give me the answer in the way that it has learned that I like them. So I may initially say, hey, I'm looking for, I've got a client that needs such, give me some merch ideas, give me some phrases and sayings. ChatGPT knows that I like phrases and sayings, and it knows that I like merch ideas. So as you see these things that are highlighted every time I speak to it, just about when I'm talking to it in the aspect of figuring out what I'm going to present to a client, these are the things that's going to get back to me. So it gave me the ideas for t-shirts, caps, tote bags, water bottles, notepads, keychains, aprons, pins, and badges. Now, granted, I do t-shirts all the time. Hey, Cynthia, thanks for joining me. Granted, I do t-shirts all the time, so that's a given. I do caps, that's a given. Tote bags is a given, but water bottles is different. Now, a couple of things that I would not have thought about is pins and badges. I wouldn't have thought about pins and badges. And I guess, when you think about hotel and housekeeping, that would go. So that's something that I could definitely present to the client. Aprons, that's another thing that I could definitely present to the client. Why? Because they're cleaning, they're doing keeping, right? So you think about aprons and things like that. And then it came back and it gave me some sayings. So what I do, once I get the sayings, I get the idea of the things that I want to print on, right? So my idea for here may be, I may say, okay, I'll present t-shirts, I'll present the idea of pins and badges. I know for a fact that this company likes t-shirts, so I'll present that, and I'll also throw in and say, hey, maybe we'll do totes. I'm not going to do aprons because I do their aprons anyway, so we're not going to do aprons. Okay, so then I move on to the design aspect. Okay, I have the merch that I'm going to print on. So let's see what kind of sayings that I can put on this merch, right? So it goes from the merch to sayings. So now I have the phrases, which kind of gets my, when ChatGPT gives me these phrases, what it does is it will get your brain to thinking, right? So as I go through here, it gave me, I believe it always gives me about 20, right? 15 to 20. So I've got housekeeping heroes, and I'm like, oh, I did that already. Clean team champions, kind of like that. Making room shine, one room at a time. That sounds like more like a tagline. for something. And then behind every great stay is a great housekeeper. That kind of sounds like a tagline. So as I'm going through, I'm thinking of what will work in a design, right? So I go through and what did I come up with? I will show you guys. Da 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 da. Clean your dream. Da da da. Housekeeping superstar. So I looked at number 17, and when I saw number 17, I immediately thought cleaning is our superpower, and I immediately thought about, oh, sorry, y'all, hold on. I got a very important client that's emailing me right now. Hello. So she wants to pay half the invoice now, half the invoice later. Okay, so she wants 2 invoices sent for 2 events. Okay. 1 second, guys. Hi, Ashley. Thanks for following up. I'll get those 2 invoices over to you by end of today. Period. I did check the dates, and we're good on the flights. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to have to fly to these 2. They're booking 2 events with me. I'm going to actually have to fly. Let me see. Thanks for following up. Let's tell her I have the dates secured. I have your dates on the calendar. I have your dates booked. And we'll be sending over the invoices by end of day. I should have, this is just money that I have been having waiting, y'all, that I've had waiting on me since last week. I really, really need to get a little bit more organized here lately because it had been so slow. And then once it picks up and people start calling me, I'm slow on sending invoices. But it is what it is. And I've always found that when you are a little slow on sending invoices, after you've done all the other stuff, don't be slow on sending the quotes, right? But on sending invoices, when I'm a little slow on sending invoices, let people know that, hey, okay, well, we good. That's all I'm going to tell her is we good. You're good. I got you. Don't worry about it. Glad that you want to pay me, but we're not in a rush, and we're going to get to you as soon as we can. So that's what I'm doing now. I have your dates booked, and I will be sending over the invoices by end of day. Thanks. Let's go ahead and do that, y'all. There we go. Okay. So, that will book me out for my October events. And I'll still have, I need to do September and November. Okay, guys, so I decided, let's go back into this. Hey, big boy, how you doing? So what I decided to do was to go with the idea of cleaning is our superpower here, right? So here's my thoughts and the train of thought, how we do it. There are a couple of other ones. I also like the housekeepers make it happen, but I just could see that in my mind with superpower. I can also see something about Sparkle Squad. But I know that this is for this type of client, I just thought that this cleaning is our superpower would work. So you go through and you figure out that, right? So it tells me, okay, Latana, here are these. Then I say, create a logo with cleaning as our superpower. Easy as that. And boom, there's what it gives me. Cleaning is our superpower. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, I like that, right? But I know that these are for girls, so I want to kind of go in and kind of go back over stuff, and I want to add the Highlands to it. And so it's going to add cleaning is our superpower, and so it gives me a guy, and I'm like, I kind of want a girl, right? So then I tell it, give me a girl, and then it gives me this, right? And so then we go in and we end up with this, and then I say, okay, she's bald, let's add some hair, right? Because it gave me this. Well, actually it gave me this, and then I go in and I say, hey, you know, add those glasses back. And so it added the glasses. And then I told it add some hair. I don't even tell it add blue hair, add green hair, add whatever. Just add me some glasses and add some hair, right? Now, you may have noticed that the word cleaning has changed from there to there. And now it is, you know, spelled properly. So I will go in, you see how it has these words here. You can then go into ChatGPT. You can click and then you can edit stuff. And so in here, you kind of saw me where I went in and I actually edited the other one to change it. So this gives me an idea, right, of where I'm going with it, what I need to do. And now I should be able to take it out of ChatGPT and go in and edit it. Now, is this going to alleviate you from needing to know how to create artwork or know how to do professional graphics? No, it's not. I'm going to actually go back in here and show you guys some things. So no, it's not. However, it brings you all the way up here from concept to idea, gives you the idea and the basis for you to start creating the artwork that you need to create. Now you can go in and you can edit things and make things, do things what you want to do and make it, you know, a little bit better. Go in and fix it. And so that's what I do. Now you can, I'm going to go back over in here. Let's go back to, I'll go back over in here, and I'm gonna go out of that one because I've already edited that one. I'll go into this one, and so let's say that I wanted to try to do some editing in here, right? So there are a couple of things that I see that's wrong with this image. Is that eye, and that eye looks a little bit different. The word here, the wording here could be, you know, a little bit different. So I can select that to change it, to edit it, and I'm going to make that smaller, and I can go in here and I can highlight this, and then I'm going to say replace with blue background, and you just try things and see what works. So I'm telling it to replace those words with the background in hopes that it will just remove the wording. Sometimes I say things like remove the text, and it'll go in and it'll remove the text, but you may have like a space where it's missing, right? And so this is why you have to still then go into whatever it is that program and still do your editing. So right there, as you guys see, it still did not do what I wanted it to do. And I can even go in here with this S right here, right? What it gave me. and I could try to say replace with an H, right? But in all honesty, I pretty much know that it's not going to give me exactly what I want, as long as it can get me to where I need to be. So now I'm going to go over into Corel, and we're going to go to work and see if we can take this and make this something that's actually printable, right? So let's see what it gave me here. So it did clean that up for me. It did not put the H on there, but it did remove that, right? So let's just go in and take it. And so if you click save as, this will save it as a WEP file. So I don't like to save stuff like that. Because I like to open up my objects as a PNG file, and Corel does not accept WEP files, web files. I would have to go into another program and then create it. So this is a perk of using the professional version, is that you can download things. You can download things like PDFs and stuff like that. So at this point, I would just pretty much close that out and then bring in the image that I have and start working on it. Let's see here, and I'm going to go here to, that's on desktop, so it should be under downloads. And it's as simple as that, y'all, to really figure out like what, it's just really, really simple when you're able to use these AI programs to give you some ideas on creating artwork, right? What it is that you want to do. And let's see, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? That is it. I downloaded it as, let me go back and check my downloads, and see where did it download to. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I think it downloaded here. Let's go in and look and see. Today. I've worked on so many documents. Oh, that says earlier this week. Let's go into, got so much stuff going on. That's the PNG file. For some reason, let me go back up here, y'all, and we're gonna have to save that again. Where were we at? We didn't close that out. Oh crap. I've actually closed it out. So now I have to go back into GPT. And the other thing, I'm gonna tell you guys the other thing about GPT is that anything that you do, any work that you do, and this is, I don't know if this is just in the pro version or what, but any work that you do, it literally stays there, right? And then you can archive it, you can delete it or whatever, but you're able to go back and look at it and find it and say, okay, well, this was the last thing that I worked on, or I worked on this. And the other thing that I can do is, let's say that I worked on a article or something, or I was doing a quote for someone, and I forgot what day I did the quote, and I wanted to go back and get that email that it created for me, because I literally create the majority of the emails of the email quotes in GPT now. As long as I know like that person's first name, or maybe the event venue, excuse me, y'all, the event venue or something like that. As long as I know something like that, it will come in. Oh, baby, they popping today. Hold on. Come on. Let this be. Let this be. Come on. I need this one. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give me some good news on this one. Okay. Okay. Patch things. Okay. Here we go. Sorry, y'all. Business before pleasure. Carton packaging. Okay. Okay. We've got to switch gears because we've got to come up with something really quickly. So we got to switch gears. Okay. Okay. We got to switch gears because I sent over some information that was not correct. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let me go back into ChatGPT. Okay, so where is... So I did a presentation and I actually thought that this was a IT company. It's not. I gotta go a whole nother way. I gotta go a whole nother route. So I made a mistake. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my GPT and I'm going to tell it I made a mistake about this company. They're not an IT company at all. Read this email for me. Just going to tell it to read this email for me and to and update the suggestions. I have to think as I am doing this, guys. So sometimes as I'm typing emails. Okay. So we're going to shift the line, shift the idea. Okay. So we need to shift, and let's go over to side by side desktop. And so what I basically did was told it, hey, This company is not a company. This company is not an IT company, right? So we need to come up with something else that considers their global, their what it is that they do, right? So we're going to update that, and so here's the update for updated phrases and themes for patches. And so now it's giving me some updated themes that I can use for patches and whatnot, right? And so for visual elements, these are things that we can use. And then it's going to okay, protecting our trees, da 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 da. Okay, give me some sarcastic. Okay. So I want to give me some sarcastic sayings. Okay. Let's change it up. Let's switch it up. Okay. And then, so here it goes. So y'all get to see this in action. So here goes the sayings right here. And I'm not going to go through too much. Okay. So let's tell it. Okay. So okay, so it's going to go in and create the email for me, right? So here's our email. Going to give me an email with some sarcastic sayings, and voila, kaboom, kaboom, boom, 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 bam. Okay. And there we go. And we done. And just like that, you might want to go in here and do something. And also, so what I want to do is, since they are into the environment, we can add something else. Let's see, maybe we should use, let's offer to update the quote with eco-friendly products. Okay. Sustainable products we can update the, we're just going to say environmentally friendly. Okay, so boom, 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 bam. That's how it's going down. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so if you learned anything over here today, let me know in the comments. So here we go. So let's just go in, and all I'm going to do at this point is just copy this, and then I am going to send this over in an email. Okay. And I'm going to paste it, but I am going to tell her, hey girl, I'm sorry. I surely didn't know. Okay, so there we go, and that's it. We done. Boom. And it's just as simple as that. See, how easy is that, y'all? How easy is that to go in and do something that would normally take me all freaking day, maybe 2 days or so, to figure out this types of things. So these are the types of things that I want to show you guys over here on the channel, like other ways of getting things done in 2024, and how to use AI in your administrative side of your business to deal with tasks like that. That's something that I would normally have to sit up and brainstorm with Ken, and I honestly would have, you guys just saw it happen here live. The lady sent me an email and said, "Latana, girl, they not an IT company." I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I did the research. I'm pretty sure I put it in, and it came back. It was an IT company. I could swear I went to the website, but they're not. So switch it up, right? So hopefully you can figure out some ways, or let me ask, what are some ways that you see that you may be able to use AI in your business to help grow your business, and or to streamline some of your processes in your business, right? Okay. Let's see here. I really need to get these 2 invoices out. It's 2:30. I think I got time. To do this. So let's see. Let's see here. Okay. I don't know why I am coming up with, let me see, where did I download this stuff from? Go here, go to, and let's hit today. I need to download this today. There it is. For some reason, this is not opening up in Corel today. And it saved it as a PNG file. So, for some reason, normally, I save this. We'll go over to the side by side. Normally, I will save these files. No, cancel. Normally I will save this file and it will open in Corel, but today it does not want to do so. So what we're going to have to do is, let's make this smaller and let's get out of that, and let's figure out some stuff. Figure out what in the heck is going on here, y'all. So here's the download. That's only one. So where is, that's the WEP. And when I clicked it to save it to view today, it showed me today, which is this logo. Let's click it and it should pop up here on the computer somewhere, but for some reason that download is not. Okay. Okay. Let's go back here and let's click on this here and let's say here. So I'm going to tell it what I want it to, the name that I wanted to save it under. And see if it will give me what I need, y'all. Give me what I need. Give me what I need. Give me what I need. Oh, I like that too, but that ain't what I asked you to do. Oh, but they gonna like that too. I'm gonna change that right there because we gonna like that too. We gonna take that because we gonna like that too. But that ain't what I want you to do. No. That's not what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to save this as a PNG and you did not do it for me. Okay, so I know what I'm gonna have to do. Okay, so why didn't that save as a PNG? Let me see here. I'm going to tell this here to save it as a 1080 DPI and see if it will do that for me. Change that background. Sometimes when you are telling this to do stuff, I actually like that too. It wants to just keep on changing and don't want to give me that. But that's okay. I got that. That works for me. That right there even works for me. So, this is what I'm going to do, which I would have done. Normally, when I have something and it's not giving me what I want it to do, then I will come in and I will do something like this. Okay? And I will save it. I'm going to screenshot it there and then I'm going to get it anyway. So either way, we're going to get it. Okay. So let's go ahead and close all of that stuff out and let's open this up. And I told that to save that as gray. Normally I do go in and if you do a solid background, it makes it so much easier because then you can color separate it a lot easier when you are, doing whatever with it. So we have this. It's a couple of different ways. I want to bring in all of them and I want to see. I actually like her. I even like this. I need to change this hotel down here. And I'll need to change this to a L. Y'all see that? That needs to be a L. So that's something that you could try to do over there. Or you can just go in and just, use what you're going to use and then whatnot like that. So let's see what this came in as. And I'm going to start doing my little editing to it because I think that we're going to be okay right there. I think that I'm going to use this, but I'm going to use that other one too. So I'm going to bring them all in actually. And I thought I had already brought them other. For some reason, that first one, I don't know why it did not I don't know what happened, y'all, at all. I don't know what happened at all with it, but you know, hey, sometimes stuff happens. So let's see here. Okay. I actually like this girl. I can use her for a couple of different things. Let's go into the downloads. Put my download folders over here and figure out where they are. Let's go here. Okay, so we got, that's another version. See, that did not let it come in either for some reason. Huh. So I got two different versions of this, that the screenshot I should be able to bring in. And then that other one, where is it at? What happened to it? The other one that's in downloads, view at large. It does not want to even open. That's weird. Okay. So let's see here, open with what? It will open in Canva. We know that. So they will open up in Canva. It didn't even open in Canva. Huh. I don't know what the deal is with that. Let me see if it will open in Photos, because it should open in Photos to show it to you. And then, it's always more than one way to skin a cat. I tell y'all, if you are not using this snip tool, baby, you are missing out, because who snips a little bit of everything is me. I'm the snip queen. I like her face better. I am the snip queen, y'all. So we's gonna grab it and bring her in now under wherever I snipped it at, which I don't know where I snipped it at, but normally it goes to pictures, and I go in here to these screenshots, and there. And that one is the one that I told to do that 1080p, remember? So it should, it's saying it's 96 though, but it looks a lot better and clearer than all of these. She's got kind of a manly face. This one right here looks kind of like Catwoman, but I like this. So this is actually going to make it easier for me. I know exactly what I'm going to do. So how about it? Let's get to it. Okay. So this should be the easier one of the two. So what we're going to do is, and I will probably use, so I'm probably going to end up using something from these other things too, because I actually do kind of like, so I like the H on this. I like the superpowers, so we're actually going to go in and do that. I know I'm going to use that. And I even like it with the Highland Hotel. So I may do cleaning as our superpower and the Highlands below it. I don't know yet. But we'll go in, and the first thing we'll do, we've got these highlights behind here, which may make it difficult for me to trace this thing. It might. Not might, it is. It is. It's going to make it difficult for me to do a trace on this, y'all. I already see it. but I know that I can get it because I'm thinking about a plan B as we're going through here. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Oh. Now why did you do that? That's what I gotta ask myself is, why did you do that? Let's go to a detailed logo. This is going to be so easy to get, it's ridiculous. I don't know why you won't just give it to me. You could put this in something like over in, if you use, what is it, Canva, not Canva, over in Silhouette, and I'm pretty sure that Silhouette would just snatch this thing out really, really quickly and easily for you. Corel just does not like to do things nice and easy for you, in my opinion. I could do a bitmap mask on this, but I know that even if I do a bitmap mask on this and I tell this to hide the stuff that's in the background, it's not going to do it correctly. So I'm just going to do this, trace around this here, and I'm going to power clip it, and then after I power clip it, I'll get rid of that background, complete background that way. So when I do stuff like this, I don't mind that it takes me a while to do like the recreates when I have to edit this artwork. And I used to mind if it was something that someone had gave me and I had to sit down and recreate it. Oh, it would get on my nerves. But because it's AI artwork, and once you have recreated it, it's pretty much yours. Once you vectored it and all of that stuff, and so it's then something that you can add to your library and end up using down the line for another customer. You can edit it, stuff like that. So then it makes it not like a big deal to me anymore for me to do it. And I'm not, normally if it didn't have this white on it, I would actually be tracing around the black, but I'm not really worried about that too much because the white, once I change this to a photo, you're not going to see it anyways, and so it's going to make it really, really easy to do. Oh shit, there we go. It's going to make it real easy to do what I want it to do anyways, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Normally I would sit here and it would take me a long time, so I actually do like that white going around there, and I may, when I design, when I'm talking to GPT, I may tell it to add that around all of my logos, because I already kind of know after you design or have been designing for a while in it, then you know what it will do from what it won't do. The other thing I could have did is I actually need to start working back over in the photo side of Corel, but I haven't done it in so long that sometimes it's just easier for me to go in and do things like this. And before I even crop that, I want to take that and I want to put it to the side because I actually do like those stars and stuff, and so I'll end up adding those back. There we go. See what I'm talking about? Okay, so then we'll just take this hairline and then we will go none, and now we have that, and then we can actually go here and we will convert this to a bitmap, and now it's an actual image. See, now that by itself is just an image, and then I can then go in and start cleaning up anything that I want to clean up. And over here, I'm actually going to end up vectoring this because I want to. You don't always have to vector everything to be able to print it. So you don't have to always think that, hey, it's got to be vector so you can print it. It doesn't need to be vector all the time so that you can print it if you know how to do simulated process steps. So let's see here. I forgot to move this stuff out of here. So right now I need to be looking and seeing how many colors this is going to be that I'm going to be printing. So right now, this blue back here is not black, right? It's a dark blue. So I'm looking at that blue mixed with black. And I want that to just be black, or to be I could use a navy blue, red, and white, and yellow. Those would be my print colors. So this would be a 4-color print job right now if we did it with just the navy blue and use that as that black, right? But I do want to add black to this. So, and the reason I know is when I look here, when you put this dropper on here and you go in here, you see all of that blue off in there. So you see more blue in there than anything else. And a better way to show that is if you convert this to a CMYK. Now this is for screen printers that are doing screen print steps. So now we convert this over to CMYK, and as a CMYK step, if we were printing this on white, we could use cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, which is 4 colors, right? But if you go over here, you see here we've got 82% black. We actually want to have 100% black in our image. So I would color profile this before I even take it over to print. And then I would probably print this if it's going on a black shirt or a darker color shirt, just depending on, and they normally go with black. Then actually they're going to go with navy. They're changing their colors to navy and gold. So with that being said, there are some other things that I could do and say, okay, this is the shirt color. And then I can go in and do a trace, and so I would use the shirt as the shirt color, and thus I would only have my cyan, yellow, and magenta, or my red. Yeah, which would bring us where we may be able to print that in 3 colors if we use the shirt for the 4th color. So it's a couple of ways that you could do things. Let's go ahead and see if we can now trace this, get a decent trace off of it. Although I would probably just color separate it just like that if I don't need to trace it, because I don't really need to trace it in order to print it as a to print it the way that I want to print it, y'all. So I don't really need to trace it in order to do what I want to do. I'm looking at it here, and I want to go and look at it over here and see what are we losing as far as details. We're losing that nose. We are losing that nose. And so we're bringing it back in there. And let's look at the hands and the gloves and all of that stuff. So you could get a trace on this if you want. You could actually get a decent trace on this image here. And then you could go in and remove all the stuff that you don't want. I think this will actually print better just as it is, so I'm not going to worry about that so much, because I'm not, that white is not going to be a color factor. But what I am going to do is work on those brushes and work on, I'm going to go in and take that out and then work on those brushes and get this party moving, because the video is getting long. So let's go in and just quickly delete. Oh, you can't zig when you should have zagged. Been doing so much artwork lately that I'm gonna have to either get a Windows tablet, again a touch screen computer, so that I can use my pen. Dang, I did it again. Because you see, if I touch the wrong thing, if I had a pen, I could just use the pen and be going in and erasing with the pen or drawing, doing my tracing, and it would be really, really quick, easy, and efficient. But I can't use my pen because my PC is not touchscreen. So I may end up buying a Wacom tablet. I don't know. I had one, and I might still have one around here, but if I do, it's going to be old, and if you know anything about electronics, if you let something sit more than 2 years, honey, you might as well just start all over again. Because why? It ain't going to work. Okay. See if y'all see anything over there that I need to be working on. Feel free to let a sister know. We can go here and do our little drawing. This is where I want that pen to be at about a 0.2. So that I can go in here redraw this, and then I can start bringing it up. Okay. It's hard as heck for me to do that with this mouse. I tell you. Don't worry, cause most of the time you're not even going to see this at the end, but it's just a matter of, because it's going to be the way it's going to be back and locked into it and all that stuff. You just want the illusion that it is right. Hey, lady. I'm on live designing this thing for housekeeping week. My client that I do his shirts every year for housekeeping week. I went in and did something in ChatGPT, and let me put you on mute. Put them on mute, brother. They can still hear me. Let me hold on. I don't be knowing what be going on sometimes. This thing. So I'm gonna see V1. Why is it not mute? Girl, I don't think they can still hear me. I'm looking at the thing and it's still going. Like it's okay to go. And I didn't hit the mute button. I don't know what be going on. I tell you, I don't think that mute button be working. It ain't working. Let me see. Okay. Nope. It's still, even though I've hit that mute button, it's still. Shit, it's hear you speaking. Well, anyway, I'll be off of here in a minute, but let me turn this volume down over here. Where you at? You off work? You headed home? Okay, give me a couple of seconds. I'm finna finish this up. It ain't gonna take me but a few minutes. I'm finna put this text on here and get on up off of here, because I'm trying to do this brush, and I'm finna get my ass online and order me a tablet, because I've been doing too much designing lately. Oh no, I'm not finna order no tablet, because if I do, that's right, I don't do that. I don't design nothing for nobody no more. You sure right. Thank you for no, baby, they got you to thank them for that. Yeah. I cannot. I have to go in and do that later. Go back in and fix that. And I know it. It's just that I don't want to get caught up. I don't want to get caught up back stuck designing and all of that stuff. I don't want it to take me away from my business. And sometimes, like we want to do things and I'm having fun. I actually am having some fun with it. However, when I don't want to get myself in a situation where I'm just doing it all the time. And it's like, okay, now here you go, you back doing this, and let me find. I did like that one. Oh, I like that one. I actually like that. I actually kind of like. Yeah, I only want to design when I want to do it. I don't want it to be something that is, I don't ever want to get back to where, now this client right here, he's been with me for a couple of years. So, and I do his stuff every year, and I know that he just, they don't know anything about designing. So if it's going to get done, then it's going to be something that I'm going to have to do. But, because they're not going to do it. So we're going to use the envelope tool on here. But I don't want to get caught up in doing something that, oh, nope, 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 nope. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. We want this straight one. And let me see how they got that. Actually, I don't want the straight one. I don't want the straight one. I do want the curve, because they actually did a dump down like that and a dump in like that. But then I'm gonna have to take the whole thing and do her like that. Voila. And then I am going to find the font that I want this in, and so before I cut the font, I break the font apart, I will make sure I find it. So they have 1, 2, 3, actually 4 outlines on that one. Doesn't mean that you have to have 4 outlines, but and the outlines are curved, so there it is curved, and we can take it and we can take this off now and go object, break apart, and now we have broken that apart. And so our front is, so we've got white, and we're going to go into black, and then we're going to go blue, and then black, and then light blue. So here we have to break all of this stuff here apart again. Let's move this out of the way. And you see, you could just do something like that, but if you want to make it pretty much, like what it was, then, you ungroup it. Okay. So we're going to take the very back line, which is that blue right there. We can just select, the blue from in our design, and then drop that blue in there, and then we have a black, which looks to be pretty thick. We'll turn this one to a gray right now. We can even go in and cut this up and make these. We'll go to a black here. Hey, babe. Need me? Babe? Mr. Robinson? What's going on with my man, honey? And then we'll go to a darker blue there, which will be, we'll pick that blue. Just know that it's there. Okay. And we'll take all of these and go P and center them, and then bring this back down. And then we'll put this up in here. We're starting to do some things. Now that second blue should have been black. Say the second sheet blue should have been, actually should have been a black, but there was a outline that was on the bottom of one of these that I was trying to do, and I may end up going back still doing it and shading it. So now, this is why you want your pen, because this is when you could go in and add those shadows and stuff off in here. It's going to be hard for me to do it like that, but what we will do is we will go in here and do what we can do, because we can still give it our version. And when we go here, I should be able to then go, what's the white? That's the white, and that in there is, let's see if I can make that work. That's the white, and then this side would be the gray. These are sitting directly on top of each other. This needs to be a little darker gray. About off in there, that's good, that'll work for me. And then I'll bring this back down here to white. And then these two grays, bring them in, bring this in to where it's almost touching. It's making the line. I don't really like that line in there. And if I do want it, I want it more like that. Yeah. Where it's more into the middle of it. That'll give us an effect. It gives us something. It's good enough. It's good enough. And right there, all we would do is add our cleaning as our superpower. Go in and clean that up, and that's about it. I'll probably take that bottle off of there. Need to make this be, put our H in here. So let's do this. This is the last little piece I'm gonna do, y'all, on here. I'm gonna do this, but then I'm going to call it a day. So we're gonna make a frame here. Let's just make that white so that you can see it, and then there we want that to be straight. So I want to bring that up into there. Okay, and make both of those connect. And now that should be fine. Let's make it yellow so that we can see what we're working with. And it appears that I didn't make any points anywhere, so I'm gonna go back and hit those little nodes and make those straight so they could be crisp. Okay. Okay, let's bring that up. Okay, I am liking that. Okay, so then we are going to find us an H. Let's take us an H, and let's take this H and Let's see what font we're going to use. The same font we used there, but we will take it and bring it into here. And our H is going to be red, of course. Whatever color red that we go, let's go with the deeper red. And so there we have that. Now I don't know if I like that deeper red, so I'm going to go back and choose that lighter red. And let me select it from here. Yeah, okay. So now we need to put this H in here. And see, they have theirs just sitting there kind of on top of it. We're going to take the H, we're going to put the H in here. And of course you can just sit, you know, you could just sit the H on there if you wanted to. There's nothing wrong with just sitting it there. But we're going to try to take ours and do a little something with it. Thicken it up a little bit, stretch it out a little bit. I'll take it and we're going to select the object, and then we're going to go with our, let's see, is that H supposed to be white? I think that's actually supposed to be, I think they actually had that white, so we'll make ours white because we're going to make this red. So we'll take this object that we selected and then we will power clip it. And that's going to be under objects. I'm going to power clip it into, select the H and power clip the H into the frame, and there we have it there. And then we can turn that whole thing red like that, put us an outline on it, and we Gucci. Shifty. Okay, so far so good. Now that I've looked at it, I might want an outline around my H, because y'all know, yeah, she a little special over here. She is a little special over here on this side of town, and she like things to be her way. So let's look at it now. And it did not do what I wanted to do. It wanted to give me the whole thing. So I'm going to take it and remove that outline because that ain't what I want. I'm going to edit this content, and then I'm going to take this H and outline the H and do what I want to do. Okay guys, I hope that y'all have enjoyed this video today. All we're going to do now is I'm going to put a 2 point on that, and then I'm going to stretch it behind here and scale it with it and hit OK, and then I'm going to hit finish it and bring it back in here, and I want to make that whole thing there red, and I don't want an outline on the outside of it. I just wanted that outline there, and now that I got the outline that I wanted, I don't even like it at all. So I'll go back in, because see, it leaves this top, so maybe if I just don't put an outline there, maybe that will make me like it a little bit more, and I bring that up into there, and then that gives me a little bit more to where I'm like, okay, I can kind of deal with that. But I would like it, I probably, if I have the outline on there, I'll probably go back in, edit it again, and make it even bigger. I can't wait till I print this, y'all. Hopefully we'll get to see this on press. Who knows? I'm going to actually go in and add those little stars back around there, because I do think it adds to the design. and I'll add my wording and finish this up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one. Bye now.